Hey guys, welcome back to Musings of Maverick channel. I'm your host Maverick, and today we're going to be watching Shoumetsu Toshi episode 4. So this episode was a little bit delayed by a few days. I apologize. My schedule has been entirely hectic for the past week and the past weekend as well with work and stuff. And if I'm being completely honest, this series, both in terms of the actual animation quality as well as in terms of viewer response from you guys, is not exactly making it the highest of my priorities. Just let me say this. I do still would want to keep on continuing this. I really dislike dropping series midway, but I probably will be moving it around a little bit just to fit my schedule a little bit better. It is what it is, but I'll still try to get it out for any of you guys who do want to continue watching this one. So anyways, what happened last episode, right? Let's do a quick recap. Basically, we kind of discovered that there's the possibility of them being trapped in, I guess, sort of like events, if you will, from a game, and they have to solve this event and in order for them to progress the story and move on to the next area. So a very game-like mechanic that's currently here in this world. So the people of that disappeared during Lost, the Tamashi, they apparently have some kind of lingering in this world, and then they can manifest because of this, this regret or whatnot, and so you have to solve it for them in order for you to progress on with the story, right? And so that's what they did, and then at the very end, Yuki's younger brother apparently manifested as well, and in order to protect Takuya, Yuki apparently caused a big explosion. It seems that it's a second happening of the Lost. So let's just see if that's correct or not and get into the episode. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Also, in other news, last week, the full song for... Actually, hold that thought. Recurrence of the Lost one. Yeah. Definitely looks like that. Who are you guys, anyways? Lost. Are they the police? Oh, they survived? Okay, as I was about to say, the full song for this has dropped Kotoe. So you can go check it out, buy it if you like this song. It's pretty good, actually. Probably one of the best things about this anime, if I'm being entirely honest. But anyways, that's that. Let me skip this opening, and I'll see you guys in a second. And here we are. Like, seriously, the guitars in this song is amazing, right? I actually haven't checked out the full song yet, so I'm gonna have to remember to check it out after this. What actually happened to him, though? Hmm. I mean, never mind. Alright, and who are these people? Oh, already?
なぜそう思われるんです？それにあれはロストとは違う現象ですよね。まあ世間的にはそれで通ってるんで。ちょっとこれを見てもらえますか。
Aha.
封鎖地区付近の監視カメラで撮られたものです。この女性、そちらのお嬢さんに間違いありませんよね。この男性は集中治療室で面会謝絶です。気の毒ですが自業自得と言わざるを得ませんね。封鎖地区に2人で何をしに行ったのかな。すみません。デートの途中でついてしまったようです。君、高校生かな。学校どこ？学生証持ってる？この子は3年前のロストで家族を失ってるんです。ショックで学校へは通えず、私の自宅で保護しています。もちろん勉強はさせてます。
That's a pretty quick. That's a pretty good cover story. I mean, quick cover story.
りょうこさん、あんなんでよかったんすか？あなたモテないでしょ。は？なんすかそれ。どうして本当のこと言っちゃいけないの？組織は強大だ。その協力者は国の機関の中にさえ紛れ込んでいる。警察も例外じゃない。
Yeah, if this was that easy, then you would just go to the police, right? You don't.
どうぞ中へ。
Damn.
ネギシ特製みりんライス。おかわり自由ですからね。なんか癖になんだよな、この味。そうっすね。お前ら、こそこそ何調べてるか知らんが、あいつのやり方よく見とけよ。悔しいが、あの若さで警部補は伊達じゃない。さすがは伝説の刑事の娘ですか。
So some new characters as well. I actually don't really get that. Why would, nearly tearing apart your arm cause... I guess maybe he had already had some internal wounds and that aggravated it. Yeah, that's possible. Alright, never mind. Just seemed kind of weird that you would start coughing up blood due to someone breaking your arm or something. Oh yeah, these two used to be sort of like a pair, right? Well, I mean, at least she looks at him this way. No, I don't think so.
あなた、妙なこと言ってたわね。これ以上書き換えない方がいいとか。どういう意味？あんたに一つ有益な情報を教えてやる。では、これからこの車を消してみせます。
Come on, I want to actually get going with the plot. Ooh, that's impressive. Okay. Detective agency.
日高探偵事務所、日高警護。探偵？私ね、もう
そこの出たということも調査済みなんです。
Hmm.
それが雑誌にでも売るつもりですか？どうぞお好きに。
いやいや、金に興味はないんですよ。むしろ協力したくて。吉明さん、あなた、生き別れたお兄さんをお探しなんでしょう？同じ施設で育ったお兄さん。
Oh.
名前は翼でしたっけ？
We're like opening a completely new plot line right now.
取れそうな企画だ。しかし残念ながらあなたにそれはできない。なぜならお兄さんは
そこまで調査済みというわけですか。
着手金50でどう？
結局お金じゃないか。
そりゃ少しはもらわないとね。あのさ、もうちょっと話だけでも。
また盛りですか、慶吾さん。
待って、違うよ、涼子ちゃん。公務員にはわかんねえよな。フリーの悲哀ってやつは。
公務員は窮屈だってフリーを選んだのは何でしたっけ？
Hmm.
で、俺に会いに。
This is like a completely new set of characters.
進展があったのか。
まだ組織に関係あるかはわからないんですが、調べてほしい
Yeah.
ことがあります。
So they're anti-agency.
元は慶吾さんの同業者らしいんですけど。
こいつどっかで。
本当ですか？じゃあ頼みますね、先
Senpai.
輩。
断れ。だが、くれぐれも無茶はすんなよ。
慶吾さんも。
相変わらず人使いの荒いことで。あんたにそっくりだ。
Oh. So her father, probably?
拓也。
由美子。コート。
あれからずっと探したんだけど、どこにも。そしたらあのセカンドロストが起きて。
So is it or is it not a second Lost?
ユキは。
大丈夫。安全なところにいるわ。
そうか。そうだ。それからユミコ、お前プロデューサーの聖司って男知ってるか？
どうして拓也がそのこと。
Hmm? Dies in an accident? Ooh.
速報で居眠り運転だって。
そんな。その男がロストのことを知る手がかりになるはずだったのに。
ねえ、もうロストなんか行かないで。あなたが傷つくの。これ以上見てられない。
Alright, so the romance development right here.
保証はないのよ。
ありがとな、ユミコ。でも契約は守らねえと。
Well, at least they kept it short and simple.
急に押しかけちゃってごめんなさい。お弁当作ってきたの。さあ、食べよう。それじゃあ、いただきます。
How are you able to so casually, like, just find her
まあまあかな。
and have lunch with her?
あいにくみりん切らしちゃって、普段はもっと美味しいんだけど。ゆきちゃんのお父さんってすごい立派な人だったんだね。いえ、応用物理学の権威、国の研究機関の所長。
Oh.
すごいな。私文系だったからそっちの方面はさっぱり。私の父もロストに巻き込まれたの。毎日毎日仕事仕事。
Oh.
刑
So
事
the
さん
famous,
分かってたつも
the
り。
legendary police officer.
それでも寂しかったな。
Yeah, Yuki's probably going to open up to her.
明日遊園地だよ。何度目の約束だよ。もうやだ。そうま、お父さんは未来のために大事な仕事をしてるの。我慢しなさい。なんだかんだ言って父の姿には憧れてた。私 私も父みたいにかっこいい刑事になりたいって。だから、父があんなことになった時は、悲しいっていうより悔しかった。父の背中を追いかけて刑事になったんだもの。それが、何の前触れもなくいなくなっちゃうなんて。ロストから3年も経って、もう諦めてる人も多くなった。でもね、私は諦めない。絶対に父さんは生きてるって。
Yeah. She's definitely going to. Well, then again, this girl seems to be on our side, I guess you could say.
おいしい。
どうかしたんすか先輩。ここラクーナ系列の研究所ですよね。
それじゃ、私の話、聞いてもらえますか？涼子さんには知っていてほしいんです。私がどこで何をされていたか。許せない。お待たせしました。
No, it's. Oh no.
私、ラクーナケミカルの広報担当のものです。警視庁捜査一課の
That dude.
ご用件をお伺いします。先日、この施設で不審者による盗難事件があったそうですが、その件でしたら、すでに警察にも届け出ておりますが、何か問題は？施設内を見せていただけますか？申し訳ありません。守秘義務の問題がございますので。令状をお持ちでしたら話は別です。
So this is also related with the agency? Question mark.
失礼します。
来客だったのか。
刑事が訪ねてきたわ。
Hey, I believe this tune.
接触を図った可能性があるわね。
ほう。
いつまで放置しておくつもり？
I believe we've heard this before.
姉の方がむしろ見込みがある。アーティファクトを使わずに議事ロストを引き起こしたんだ。しばらく泳がせておくのも面白いだろう。
計画の邪魔になると判断したら即消すから、そのつもりで。
穏やかじゃないな。
好奇心旺盛もほどほどにね。
So yeah, I was just wondering. It seems pretty obvious that people aren't able to escape from the grasp of the agency. So Yuki and Takuya are only alive because the agency wills it so.
これ以上は私でもかばいきれないぞ。ちなみに僕はですね、よくわからないまま連れ回されて。うるさい、早く戻れ。はい。ほら言わんこっちゃない。警察だって組織なんだぞ。
逆に確信しました。圧力がかかるってことは、真相に迫りつつあるってことですよね。
やめとけって。
やっと父の背中が見えてきたんです。絶対に許せない。ありがとう、話してくれて。よく頑張ったね、ゆきちゃん。私が必ず組織の全貌を暴いてみせるから。約束なんだ。
So what would you do when the agency equals the government? Which apparently they pretty much are.
すみません。タクヤ。ユキ。
拓也、大丈夫なの？
余裕なわけないでしょ。さあ行こうぜ。
What?
やっぱりこの男だったか。涼子ちゃん、あんたの勘、さすがだぜ。
What? Like, where were they meeting halfway up with Takuya? Ugh, that doesn't make any sense.
ある工場の跡地が売りに出されたの。ラクーナケミカルも入札に参加した。第二の研究所にするって計画も発表されていて。
でも落札したのは確か杉沢工業でしたよね。
ええ、その後間もなくロストで土地ごと消滅。ラクーナにすればラッキー、杉沢工業にすれば大損よね。あった、契約書ね。最初に落札したのはラクーナケミカルになってる。取り消し。協議の結果、2番手の杉沢工業が買い受けることになった。
落札しといて取り消すなんて妙っすね。
この日付ってロストの発生する直
You
前。
know,
つまり
this Aoyama guy, I'm calling it now, he's part of the agency.
とうとう掴んだわ。ねえ、この書類を
Yep. Saw that coming a mile away.
もうだからこれ以上嗅ぎ回るなって言ったのに、先輩。
あなたも組織の。
僕先輩のこと結構好きだったんですよ。あ、でも一つだけいいっすか。ミリンライスのことなんですけど、あれクソまず、あれはない。お疲れ様です。
And you should probably finish the job, Aoyama. Not quite sure if she's actually dead or not, but
お話って。あなたも大変ね。やっと組織から抜け出したと思ったら自分の手で弟を。でもね、そうじゃないの。あんたに一つ有益な情報を教えてやる。ユキの弟、相馬は生きてる。
and so he's part of that as well.
相馬が。あなたがロストを目指す限り、いずれまた彼は現れる。あなたは弟と戦うことになるのよ。その覚悟はあるの？ないのならこれ以上拓也を巻き込まないで。
Hmm.
私は助けたい。相馬を。
Alright. That is quite the CV list, by the way. Oh. So it's still these five? What is the significance of these five to the story? Oh. I'll see you guys after the ending. Alrighty, so 4 episodes in, and it seems that the plot is finally starting to go somewhere. Right, we're starting to learn a little bit more about the backstory of Yuki, how her father was actually involved in physics. We are learning more about Takuya, and apparently how he has some relations with these police officer type of dudes, and maybe learn more about what makes him tick and why he is so insistent on carrying out this mission with delivering Yuki. We're also learning a little bit more about this mysterious agency, right? For the first time, we're finally getting some actual faces who are maybe more of the commanding types on the scene, instead of just Suzuna, right? Who's mainly doing some grunt work, although I'm pretty sure that she's also going to play an important part later on. As well as basically learn a little bit more about the agency and how they do things, the reach of them, if you will. So yeah, that was nice, especially in regards to the character part. That's been sorely missing. It's part of knowing what exactly these characters, what kind of past they have and whatnot. would make us relate with them better, right? And also let us understand why they are doing things a certain way. This kind of context is important for us to actually give a shit about it, if I'm being honest. So hopefully we can continue on with this trend. Like, seriously, how much better would it have been if they just came out and said these information in the first few episodes instead of waiting until right now? Anyways, so that's that. The entire scene between Ryoko and whatnot. So basically, we're introduced to this whole new set of characters, right? Some have names, some have not. I'm still not entirely sure what the names of the antagonists are, or at least the people who are within the agency. But Ryoko, right? This police officer, lieutenant, who's going around snooping into things that she shouldn't be snooping into. Right, I gotta be honest. I saw that one coming a mile away. That was cliche as heck. Shunpei never looked like he was the type of dude who is on the good guy's side, if you will. So that was so obvious. And actually, since I already predicted that one, let me predict another thing. I'm willing to bet that Ryoko isn't dead yet, because Shunpei never actually finished her off. And, well, it seems, I don't know, it just seems counterintuitive for a series like this to devote so much screen time and talk so much about the backstory in regards to this Ryoko, especially when she is also connected with all these other new characters as well, and then just kill her off. They could do it, I'm not saying they couldn't, but I don't know, I just have this sneaking suspicion that she isn't actually dead yet. Similar to, you know, the past few episodes where they kept on insisting on the cliche of firing a shot or something, but then they don't actually show it on screen. So then they're like, aha, she wasn't, or he wasn't actually dead. He wasn't actually shot, right? So that's what I'm assuming is happening here as well. Also, let's see, what else to talk about? I guess in terms of the plot, I don't know, I think we can just view it as just moving on forward, right? There's still not too much to talk about right now. At least we kind of know. Something that I did appreciate them explaining is that, you know, Yuki is still able to be at large, largely because the agency just wants to see what kind of abilities that she is going to develop, right? Otherwise, it really doesn't make sense how they keep on, you know, they could have killed both Yuki and Takia or captured him or whatever hundreds of times over, right? And it's pretty clear that they have a pretty good grasp on where they are at all times, as well as enough information from within the government agencies, police agencies, so on and so forth. So really, they're only surviving, if you will, because the agency just doesn't want to reel them in yet. So that is that. At least that part made a bit more sense in terms of the overall story. I guess that's about it for this episode. Like I said, I don't know, this series is just so weird for me, because looking at the CV cast list, so we got all these characters, right? They got some pretty big name seiyus on the list, right? We got, for instance, Ayaneru's on here, although she was already on here. She's the voice of Suzuna. You got Matsuoka here, who's the voice of that magician dude, Yoshiaki. And I'm seeing a few more familiar names as well, such as Tomoyo and whatnot. They put a lot of budget here. Maybe they should have used some of the budget on the actual plot. But I think I already mentioned that last episode as well, so whatever. In any case, yeah, I think that's about it. Not much else to talk about for this episode. I'm not going to speculate too much on the agency and what's going to happen in the future, because I don't feel there's enough information yet, and this would be too much of a shot in the dark. Although, like I said, I will predict that Ryoko probably isn't dead yet. And by the way, just to nitpick a little bit more, so what if you discover that this agency, you know, managed to buy a factory or managed to buy a plot of land, bid for the highest price, and then, you know, gave it up and gave it to the second bidder, and then later on it was engulfed in the events of Lost. Like, so what? Big deal. That's not going to prove anything, right? And I don't know, killing somebody just for that? Although, to be fair, I guess maybe we can see a little bit further and see if this is actually of any significance. But I'm just saying that as of right now, it could entirely be a coincidence, right? That's not going to prove anything. That's just, you know, a very lucky coincidence. So, anyways, that's been episode 4 of Shoumetsu Toshi. Again, do check out the opening song, Kotoe. Actually, I kind of misspoke. It hasn't been released yet. It'll be released in another week, but you can already see the entire music video right now on YouTube. So, yeah, I'll probably link it down below as well. It's a pretty nice song, if I'm honest. Like I said, it's probably one of the best things from this anime so far. And if it wasn't for Lisa's Gorenge from Kimetsu no Yaiba, I might actually consider this opening to be the best opening of this season, right? It's actually really good. So do check that one out. So that's been that. This has been Maverick from Musings&Review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.